You're listening to a DM podcast.
We would like to acknowledge and give thanks to the traditional owners of the land we record this podcast on, the Yagara and Turrbal people,
and their continued connection to the land and waterways on which we meet. Hello and welcome to Sportish, where we talk about the life of lens and sports.
We look at life through the lens of sports.
Close enough.
And that's really a reflection of
where I'm at.
Where Libby's at.
So, hello everyone.
You were away last week.
I was away last week because we had a bit of a scare with the child in my room. I have high blood pressure. I have had them for every single pregnancy that I've had. And I had to go into hospital for observations. And there was a point where I was like, this baby's going today.
So you've really hit rage level 5, I would say, at the end of this pregnancy. And with that comes a level of, you will do as I say, obstetrician.
Yes.
And delightful midwives at the hospital. Here's how this is all going to play out.
This is what's going to happen.
Today I'm having a baby.
I don't know if you know this.
I don't care about your feedback and your medicine.
Get your theatre ready. I'm coming.
This baby is happening whether you like it or not, because I said so, because I'm very angry and it is my 5th child. The end.
The end.
And full credit to your obstetrician who said, thank you for your input to this situation.
That is lovely input.
I hear you, Libby. And you're only 37 weeks. So,
well, to be fair, I've been telling him since 32 weeks that I'm ready for it to be over.
So he was a bit like, chill out.
Just relax.
Just remember you pay me to be in charge and I'll make the call as to when you can have the baby.
Correct.
So with that in mind.
This is my last week on the pod.
For a little while.
For a little while, not forever. But Georgie has some great lined up of people.
So have you replaced me? No, we have not replaced you.
You've just got an amazing lineup of people who are going to replace me while I'm away.
Do you know what? I'm not going to tell the listeners. I want it to be a surprise because these people are exceptional and they come from all different parts of sport and they all bring brilliant perspectives, and we're so grateful for them for stepping into your mat leave cover.
Absolutely. We're not paying them.
This is a very not-for-profit venture.
And they very kindly
They are so
their time.
beautifully. Yeah. We're like, of course, we'd love to. We so appreciate them getting involved because we do want to continue these conversations.
And also, for me, it's just that real beautiful sign of women supporting women in sport.
I love it so much.
Right? And they're just like, they're incredible. I may sound sensitive.
Yeah, just slightly. I mean, but
slightly hormonal.
I feel more for your obstetrician than anyone else, really.
I cannot wait to hear your conversations with them about sport.
Should be good.
It'll be amazing.
Should be good. And when you are ready, you may come back. And that is hopefully sooner rather than later.
I will miss this every week.
I know. I know what'll happen. You'll be like, what did you talk about? Oh, you got to go listen.
but just tell me.
Or you could come back to the studio.
We can talk about it.
We cannot go any further into today's episode without discussing the hard relaunch of Brisbane 2032.
I was elated, joyful.
Did you dare to dream?
I dared to dream that Brisbane might have the best Olympics in Sydney.
It actually became tangible again. So after many years of the Olympics and Paralympics being a political football.
It was announced 3-4 years ago?
Possibly last century. It's hard to say at this point.
I'm like, what have we been doing?
We've been fighting. We've been fighting about stadiums, and David Crisafulli, he's the Premier, he's the head of the LNP. When he came to the election, he said, I will not build a new stadium.
Which I wasn't thrilled about.
Which I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. This is a deal breaker for me. And then he got elected and he said, we will do a review and we'll work out what to do. You and I thought, great, thank God. Because we all know that QSAC is not a reputable venue.
Nathan is not the thing.
For an international games. Great for a school meet.
Is it?
I mean, it's not quite up to scratch for a senior school meet.
But
it'll do.
Primary school, great.
Only just for primary school. Pretty great for a school level meet. Not great as an international venue on any stretch. So he announced that he was going to do that review. He put in place independent people to do the review. They came back. They've had a month to process it or so.
Yeah, that's what worried me because the information was supposed to come out on the 8th of March.
We knew it had been tabled and we were sitting there going, where is it?
Where is it?
Where the goddamn hell are we holding these games? And to their credit, last week they decided to make it like a pretty good PR exercise. There was a lunch. They brought in all the Olympic athletes, all the Paralympic athletes. They got them all worded up on the talking points, and they announced it like it was a big festival that was coming to town, because it is a big festival that's coming to town.
Well, I mean, they're building new stadiums, which...
So all of you would know by now they're building Victoria Park.
Yeah.
Victoria Park is not a suburb.
No, it is not a suburb.
It is an area of land that sits
in Kelvin Grove.
In Kelvin Grove, which many of us have only been to if we've gone to Vic Park Golf Course to go and
the
eat
driving
food,
range.
or to the driving range. It's a really underutilised piece of land.
It's huge.
In Brisbane, and it's massive. And it gives a stadium the ability to have plenty of overflow areas.
And there's so much access to hospitals, just in case. There's access to public transport.
Oh, it makes so much sense.
So much sense.
Two reviews looked at it and said that's where we should be.
Yeah, as it should be.
Because the Gabba has no overflow area around it. It's a traffic nightmare. You would have had to move people out of homes.
Yeah, move to school.
Like, that school's been spoken about so much. But it made a lot of sense. When you heard that Vic Park had got the green light, what did you think?
Yes. Like, it was a no-brainer. But that was my pick the whole time. Like, that's what it always should have been. I don't know why we were dilly-dallying around with Cusack. I don't know why we were thinking the Gabba. It wasn't viable, in my opinion. But that's why that piece of real estate in Brisbane, and for Brisbane to get another stadium.
Well, it's needed. So this was the problem with redeveloping the Gabba. There was nowhere for the Lions to go. There was nowhere for Queensland Cricket to go. And you don't get a whole lot more for redeveloping that site.
And then Brisbane will have 3 great stadiums.
Where's the third?
Suncorp.
Oh, yeah, of course. The Rugby League Heartland.
Yeah, you know, the Cauldron, Georgie. Yeah.
It remains to be seen whether we'll keep the Gabba. That may get knocked down entirely as part of the redevelopment.
Yes, but they have said they might refurb it.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I think if they could find money, I'd be surprised if they actually bulldozed that thing.
Yeah.
It seems a waste. But I was delighted. I feel like with this announcement, what has come is that this is not really Brisbane 2032. This is actually Queensland 2032. And that became very clear when they put Rupert McCall at the front of the PR video, which was a masterstroke.
Stroke of genius. Like, they really thought about the PR.
They understood the brief, and they were not speaking to the rest of Australia, because many other Australians would have been like, who is this guy? Why is he sitting on a deck of a Queenslander?
Yeah.
Why are you talking about floods? Why do I keep seeing footage of Wally Lewis and Alan Langer? This makes no sense. And I understand New South Wales and Victoria and the other states of Australia looking at it that way. But Rupert McCall absolutely set a tone that we are up against something, and we have dealt with things before, like floods and New South Wales state of origin teams, and we will overcome this.
10 years in a row.
And we are simple, and we went, yes, we will.
Yes, we will, Rupert.
Yes. If you say so.
You teared up.
I did, because I think this is a really big moment for Queensland, and I like actually that they've repositioned it as a moment for Queensland. I think it's good for the regions to get some sport coming out. It makes sense to put the sailing in the Whitsundays. Why wouldn't you put it up there?
It's insane that it wouldn't happen there.
And it becomes a tourism postcard.
Ugh. This is exactly right. And like, I know there's controversy around the crocodiles and the rowing.
I've heard that's actually very blown out of proportion.
Also, they're not going to allow rowers in croc-infested waters. Like,
and
that's
the Canadian
not going to
team
happen.
If the Canadians are already training there, surely it's good enough.
Oh, absolutely. Like, this is the thing. The Canadians wouldn't put their athletes in danger.
No.
I don't think.
Justin Trudeau's not there anymore.
I loved all of that. I think it's an opportunity now. And I think this is where we were all so hesitant.
Stuck.
We were so stuck to get excited about it, because we just didn't know what was happening, where we were going.
No, we needed structure. We needed guidance.
Yeah. And now we can finally, even the people who are like, oh, not at Vic Park. Like, I think people are finally going, okay, well, let's just get behind it.
Yeah.
Let's just do it.
Say your piece, move on.
Can I tell you the thing that I'm most excited about, Georgie?
You now have the floor, Libby Trickett.
So the thing that made me tear up wasn't Rupert and his dulcet tones. It was the fact that they are building a swimming centre. So the National Aquatic Centre will be built at Centenary Pool in Spring Hill.
I think the most concerning thing for me was that it had never occurred to me that swimming didn't have a national home.
No. We did, well, you know, the AIS was kind of it for many years.
But not necessarily known for producing swimmers, the AIS.
Well, you know,
It's a great training venue.
Tria Thomas, Michael Klim.
Okay, I strike that.
There's some people, Jodie Henry trained there for a little while. I think for me, because the thing that I was most concerned about, and, you know, these are trivial things and, you know, obviously it costs money to build stadiums and all of those sorts of
Billions
things.
of money.
So much money. many monies. But like the idea of a drop-in pool, which is often what happens at the major events now, where they just build a pool in its current stadium. There's no legacy. And what I really love about the way that it seems like Brisbane 2032 is looking at it is they're really concentrating on that legacy piece, and the fact that there will be a pool still standing after the Olympics that young athletes
50 years old.
Yeah, isn't 50 years old, like good old Chandler, but like that will stand the test of time. Like the incredible memories that I have of racing at Sydney Olympic Park, to know that the people that I watched growing up raced there at the highest level, broke world records, won gold medals. Now, our generation of our children can come through and have those moments.
So swimming needed a spiritual home.
Yeah, and we'll have that forever.
And what I hadn't also appreciated, and I heard Ariane Titmus talk about it, was that when you go to Sydney Olympic, you can put your hands in handprints of Thorpes or footprints of Thorpes and maybe of other, it's possible your feet and hands are also there. I do apologise if that's the case. But she said, as
they are.
As I said it, I was like, God damn it, her feet are there too.
Significantly smaller than Thorpes.
Yeah, he did have flippers. And she said that putting her hands and feet in those prints as she was a teenager swimming had a real impact on her. She could see like that was greatness and she was touching it.
Yeah.
And she was connected to it.
Yeah.
And swimming hasn't had that before.
We haven't. And, you know, I went to the AIS museum and saw the wingspan of Susie O'Neill and compared mine to it when I was like 15. Like those, we can have that in Brisbane.
Mm.
And then not only that, it's going to be the National Training Centre, the National Aquatic Centre. So Swimming Australia, all of the sporting,
head office.
Yeah, it's going to be the head office, which makes so much sense because like 30 of the 40 athletes on the Australian swimming team are from Queensland. Like
we do have the highest concentration of swimming pools.
It's so incredible. And I'm just like, yeah, that's what made me delighted as someone who is incredibly biased.
I feel badly for athletics. I think in the desire to build a stadium that the whole city could use for everyone, and that will be an incredible track to run on. What athletics miss out on is a legacy piece.
Right.
Because that track will not stay in Vic Park. That'll be removed.
Yeah.
And then where is the home of athletics? And it continues to therefore be Cusack.
Yeah.
The miserably named Cusack.
So sad.
I know that gymnastics is also concerned, and obviously more detail is coming out about where their opportunities are. Hockey is thrilled to have been put at the Gold Coast and to have their sort of national facilities there. Rowing is very concerned about crocodiles, etc., up in Rockhampton, and also about the quality of the facilities and what the investment will be there.
Of course.
But for places like Toowoomba, to get the equestrian, for those who don't know Brisbane or the geography of southeast Queensland, Toowoomba's sort of like at the edge of out west, edge of the bush for people from Brisbane, and
about an hour or so, isn't it?
Hour and a half out of Brisbane. It's got its own airport. It's called Brisbane West. It is not Brisbane West. It is absolutely Toowoomba. But it is a rural location where equestrian will be absolutely...
Well, there's schools out there that are based around equestrian boarding. Like if you want a scholarship for equestrian, like that's what they do.
And they have... This is a community that rides horses, that understands horses, where people from out west will come into Toowoomba and get around the equestrian and feel so connected to that sport. And if we time it right, you just have the lead up to the Carnival of Flowers that happens in Toowoomba. If we could just bring that forward a month, that town is going to be looking spot on for
flowers everywhere.
And that's what equestrian needs. It needs beautiful settings, beautiful flowers. Is it going to be Versailles? No. Is it going to be quintessentially Australian? Absolutely.
Have you finished F1 yet?
I've still got a couple of episodes to go. And I had an urgent message from you over the weekend saying that we needed to discuss. There were various plot points that we needed to discuss. The first I would like to table is that of George Russell
Yes.
driving in Singapore.
Yes. You've seen this episode.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have.
Okay. So before I saw this episode, I had read some reports about how George had felt about being seen to have a panic attack, essentially, after the
Yeah.
Singapore Grand Prix, and how a lot of viewers kind of said that that wasn't okay, that they showed that element of his experience, I guess, of racing in Singapore. For those who don't know, racing in Singapore is like 60 degrees in their little cabin.
Cockpit.
In their cockpit.
Is that what it's called?
Let's go with cockpit. Anyway, it's incredibly difficult conditions for them to race in. I was very interested to see this element come into play in this episode because I was like, wow, this is amazing that they're going to show George Russell having a panic attack on screen. As someone who has previously had panic attacks, as someone who has experienced mental illness, I was like, on one hand, I was like, that's obviously terrible. You don't want someone to experience that, but also how amazing that they're showing it.
I know. And I've also experienced panic attacks, and I'd be fascinated to see what it actually looks like from the outside, because there's a lot of inner dialogue that's going on.
Exactly.
Like, how is that reflected externally? But anyway, yes, I had seen the commentary and I was like, how bad is this scene?
Yeah, I was like, this must be pretty full on.
How full on was it, Libby?
It was almost nothing.
I was like, what, was that it?
It was like 20 seconds of audio.
Mm.
Like, he was behind a closed door. He was obviously breathing hard.
Yeah.
And, had the kind of desperation of breath. That
Yeah.
definitely happens with a panic attack where you feel like you can't breathe.
Mm. And I think really important to note that he had absolutely consented to all of that being included.
Correct. Yes.
In the documentary.
Really important to notify.
So
that.
why do you think people were so outraged?
Is it because they haven't experienced it?
Do you think it was confronting for them to even hear the audio?
It must have been.
So
I found the other part much more disturbing.
I was going to say, the part of this episode that I found more concerning was, so George throughout the race is talking about how hot he is.
He's like,
and
it's so hot. It's so hot. It's so hot.
Overheating, it's not like, Brisbane on a 45-degree day or a 40-degree day and you're like, oh, it's a bit warm.
Mm.
Overheating has a serious impact on your body operating and can lead to your death.
Yeah, in an F1 car. Yeah.
So he's throughout in the car race saying, I'm really hot. I'm really feeling the heat. And they're like, yeah, carry on. Carry on.
Keep on.
Push.
Mode push.
And so he gets to the end, and
which, by the way, he came fourth.
He's done an amazing job in really tough, challenging conditions. He gets out of the car and he looks grey. And at that point, I expect the St. John's ambulance person to come over with a wheelchair and sit him down.
Immediate IV.
And do whatever the hydration things are required to bring someone's body temperature down. No. He's then just walking back from his car casually. And the guy next to him is like, it was a bit tough, wasn't it? And
George was like, it's really hot. He's like, yeah, it was tough conditions for everyone. I'm like,
all right,
this
mate.
guy looks like he's about to die.
Is he okay? Is someone monitoring his heart rate?
Eyes, there was blackness around his eyes. As you said, he looked literally grey. Somehow he's walking. I'm like, someone help him.
So for me, the more concerning aspect of that episode was the lack of medical attention a driver receives
immediately after
a race.
Especially with such difficult conditions.
Have they ever been to a triathlon? Have they ever seen the tents we have set up and the space blankets? I mean, he didn't need a space blanket. He wasn't cold. Yeah, he certainly wasn't cold. He was absolutely hot. But I just was a bit shocked by that.
Yeah.
And maybe, obviously, there's editing and all that sort of thing, but he looked so unwell.
Yeah.
To then be walking and
to the recovery area.
I'm like, he's not okay.
Yeah, that was more concerning to me than the audio of him having a panic attack.
I can completely understand his mental state based on the look of his physical state.
Oh, exactly. And
could I just say, I'm saying this with absolutely no medical qualification whatsoever to make these
obviously
observations.
But they're our observations.
They are but our observations.
But I think how he was feeling physically
reflected his mental state.
Reflected him having a panic attack. And rightly so. I would be panicked too.
I would be panicked. I'd be like, I am dying.
Yes.
What are we doing about it?
Why are you not helping me?
People with lots of money and lots of resources.
Yeah.
I need all the things.
And thankfully, we also heard in the audio that there was someone there talking him through the breathing and helping him kind of guide that. But I don't know. I thought it was just such a storm in it. Like, it just wasn't even anything, the panic attack part. I mean, again, as someone who has experienced it, I'm glad that it's
I think it should be. Yeah, I think it's important to have the conversation. I think it's good to understand.
I love that George allowed it.
Yeah, good. I think it shows his understanding of the importance of these conversations
Yes.
and also the confidence he has in himself to feel comfortable to put that out there. There's been a lot of talk about how there were some episodes in this series that were so different to other there were new things that styles of episodes they'd never done before. And apparently there were 3.
There was the one where they were filming themselves,
Yes.
which was cool. I
really liked that. I thought that was really interesting to have the driver's perspective.
Yes.
And I loved getting to know their little relationships. Like these guys like to travel together and these guys do this. And I thought that was a really cute angle to take to say, here's how the 5 of us started and here's how we now relate to each other in this really intense
environment. Yeah.
One of the other ones was apparently the Leclerc episode because they'd never done an episode like that before. And I was like, wasn't every episode with Danny Ricciardo like that?
Yeah.
Didn't we go deep on Danny?
Yeah.
And understand everything about him? So I didn't feel like that was...
I really liked that episode.
Yeah. Apparently a lot of the footage that you got in that episode, you know how you reflected on the fact that they just had so much access?
Yes.
He's got a private videographer.
I
don't know why he has a private videographer.
I mean, why not?
That's the life these guys lead. But they shared the footage across,
that's very cool.
Yeah, which is a great way to get it. But apparently there is one more episode that's like different. I'm yet to find it.
And then the other thing, because you know how, I don't know when, it was last week or the week before.
We've been speaking about this for weeks now.
We talk about it so much. I was like, I don't feel like they kind of went hard enough against Christian Horner.
Yes. And I said allegations, allegations, allegations.
Absolutely, allegedly. And what I think has happened, as someone who likes to like look at the production and the editing of things and understand how that's storytelling. I mean, I say that and I don't know how they've changed how they're filming one of the episodes.
We're deep on the production. We can't pick the episodes that are so different.
Correct. I think the way that they're editing Christian Horner is potentially in a way to put him offside with the viewers.
They're giving him a villain edit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like more so than maybe previously.
Oh.
Because like there are just so many comments that he may have made just off the cuff that just makes me go, you're a real twat.
Oh, yeah. There's many episodes where I get to the end, I'm like, what's happened to you, Christian?
Like, are you okay?
Oh, I thought you were going to say that they didn't push hard enough on him.
No. And I wanted to, because I was going down that train of thought, I then, like my algorithm on my social media
just speaks F1.
Is just basically inspirational quotes and F1.
This is who you are now.
This is who I am. So that's almost exclusively what I share on my social media. But one of these things that I got fed, I think her name is F1 Podium, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a fan-based account.
Yeah.
She's great. I really enjoy her edits. And she shared like a snippet of something that I went, oh, that's interesting. I need to do a deep dive on that. Do you know how Christian Horner and Jerry Halliwell came to be together? So it's neither of their first relationships, which is totally fine. Things happen. When Christian separated from his first wife of 14 years, she was pregnant with their child.
Oh, I feel like you're reacting to this because you're a bit pregnant, but yes, continue.
Do you not think that's bad?
Well, I think people make stupid decisions at all times in life, and I don't think it matters if you're pregnant or otherwise. Like, I'm not entirely...
Georgia, you condone it.
No, I'm surprised that you're surprised by this.
No, because it makes me think he's more of a terrible person than I already thought he was.
Oh. No, I'm not surprised by that. But also life is messy and Christian Horner's life is going to be messy.
I'm not saying that their relationship was good. Obviously, it's not good if that's what's happening. And I get that. And
people make silly mistakes, Libby.
That seems terrible.
I mean, it's not a choice I would make.
I mean, like morally, bad.
Bad. Well, not great. We're not in those positions, but yeah.
I feel like I can categorically say bad.
Okay, you can say bad. You
because
can say bad. But also, I'm just shocked that you're shocked.
No, I think I was like, it's more confirmation of the badness.
Oh.
And
you heard it here first.
And my more of dislike of the Red Bull. And then, they've gone and dropped Liam Lawson after two races.
I know. That's an interesting move.
I just think it shows how lacking Christian Horner is.
I think it also reflects the
and Helmut Marko
way of Max as well, because Max will be sitting there going, I'm performing up here.
Oh, no, I entirely disagree.
Do you?
I think Max is pissed.
Do you?
I reckon Max will leave. That's my prediction for this
Why?
season because I think he knows how hard that car is to drive and he wants consistency because he wants to win the Constructors' Championship as well. So the only reason that Max is winning is because he's like a once-in-a-generation talent and he's able to
Is
adjust.
he winning? He hasn't won anything yet.
No.
No.
Well, yeah, it's both
Not
been
in this
2
car.
McLarens.
Papaya rules.
Papaya rules. But this is the thing. Like, I think Max is pissed.
Ooh, interesting.
That's my prediction. I reckon he'll go to Mercedes.
I mean, I think Yuki's a great call. If you were going to do it before Japan because that's a crowd favourite that you're then putting in the car. But
it'll be really fascinating to see how Yuki goes.
I really like Liam Lawson, so I was really gutted for him. And I think,
but it's just a shit house. Oh, it's his, safety that we have in mind. I'm like, oh.
I feel like a lot of other drivers have been given a lot more chances and done a lot worse than 2 average finish. Like the first race, so many people didn't finish that race. How do you count that? The second race, who knows what happened?
Correct.
Just think, who knows? He could be like Gasly and go to the racing bulls and actually perform really well without that pressurized environment and
hopefully, but
past Yuki.
Also my prediction, Mercedes for Max.
Ooh, that's interesting. Who would that move? Who are they going to get rid of?
George, I reckon.
Where's George going?
I don't know.
You're just making this shit up.
No. My opinion, as influenced by my algorithm, says that Toto wants Kimi and Max.
Right. We will continue.
You've heard it here first.
We will continue this conversation at a later date. Lib, a major athletics meet took place over the weekend. The Murray Plant meet is a final annual event in a Grand Prix series.
Everyone knows about it.
Do they?
I've never heard of it in my life.
We took, I guess, a keen interest in it because of the participation of Gout in that race and the much anticipated participation of Gout. But before we get there, I just wanted to flag with you and the listeners a post that was put up by Jared Clifford. So for those who don't know Jared Clifford, he was part of our incredible Paralympic team in Paris. He was someone we actually profiled as one of our sportish moments of the day. He crossed the line with a bronze in the men's 5,000 metre T13, but was later disqualified for dropping his guide tether as he crossed the line. It was incredibly heartbreaking, and he was very emotional about it, as you can imagine. And then he went on to say, all the hurt from yesterday is all the fire I need for this 1500. It will be me out there this time, but after feeling so much support today, I know I'll have an army behind me on that start line.
We love him.
He's just an incredible athlete, and he flagged on the weekend that there's a real opportunity being missed with athletics in Australia at the moment, and that's the opportunity to incorporate the Paralympic athletes, the incredible Paralympic athletes we have, into the event and make it an inclusive event like we've seen Swimming Australia do so incredibly successfully. He said, on the biggest athletic stage in the nation, you will have to take your seats 3 hours before Gout steps out onto the track if you want to witness the only 2 races showcasing not just future stars of Brisbane Paralympics, but also one of the greatest Paralympians to ever don the green and gold. If you don't know who I'm talking about, then I'll tell you. It's James Turner. But that's okay. It's hard to learn about us Paralympians when we aren't given the opportunity to show you who we are during prime time. At 5:48 p.m. and 5:56 p.m., well before the exclusive television window mandated by World Athletics for gold level events, but also scheduled before every single bronze level event too, the ambulant 100 metres races will take place. I know for some, because I've heard it all before, having us at the beginning means we can all get on with the real meat. But for us, this is as real as it gets. For those that get the chance, this is our biggest stage in Australia too. The world just didn't randomly come to the Paralympic movement one day with open arms. For decades, we competed in stadiums and lived in villages that were being packed up around us. We fought with all our might for everything we've ever gotten. We advocated, we told our stories, and we finally captured the world's attention. Now we sell out stadiums and perform in front of billions of TV viewers. As the athletes of today, we know that we stand on the shoulders of giants, and it's now our turn to forge the path forward.
I mean, I love him even more now.
So articulate.
But this is what has been so interesting. Like, it blows me away that that's just not the state of play now.
You sort of saw the swimming and you went, cool, this is what we do now.
Yeah, because it's just what we do now. Everything's incorporated, everything's inclusive. It's resonated so much with the audience. All of it is broadcast because that's what used to happen, is that sometimes they would put the para athletes in between the events that were in the ad breaks, which is horrific in itself.
So bad.
But now they're broadcasting. We have incredible athletes like Ellie Cole and Annie Williams who are now part of the broadcast for all of these events.
James Turner was our flag bearer for the closing ceremony in the Paralympics in Paris after an absolutely phenomenal performance on the track. We should be putting him and his fellow athletes at the top of the billing.
I don't know why they wouldn't.
I genuinely think they don't see the opportunity yet. They haven't converted the opportunity.
But can't they see it with the other sports?
I can.
I mean, I think we all can.
I think it's a really big missed opportunity when you have a sold-out event which is getting international attention with the likes of Gout and Lachlan Kennedy, to then put these guys and women
who, like, you know, as good as they are, and they're good, great, amazing, have the potential to be exceptional. These guys are proven.
Oh, the Paralympians.
The Paralympians are proven.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Like performers who have performed at the highest level for Australia. It's really disappointing.
You realise, having watched the Paralympics and watched those trials, that there are so many people who get so much out of those experiences. And it's not necessarily that they have a disability, but they might be of a different ethnicity. They might feel very isolated in the Australian community. And there is something about the stories of disability athletes that just really resonates with the Australian population.
I know I'm disappointed. Like, I can't even imagine what those athletes are feeling like, to feel so on the outer still in 2025.
It's a great opportunity. We need to be seizing it.
And gout.
And gout. I am worried.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, I feel like I could talk about this all day.
Okay, you've got 5 minutes.
Okay. So for those who don't know what happened, he competed in the meet over the weekend. He got silver to Lachlan Kennedy, who is a fellow Queenslander, 21-year-old. Like, the state of Australian or Queensland athletics at the moment is unbelievable.
No, I think it's fair to say Australian athletics is really
coming
on fire at the moment. Despite the conversation we've just had about Paralympian sport, I think athletics is doing great things and it's really starting to come through at the top level.
Yeah, absolutely. And
sorry, I should just say, when I say I'm concerned, I don't care that he came second.
No, I know that.
That would be very off-brand for us, and I just need to clarify that.
He is really disappointed you with the silver.
Yeah.
Go and win everything, Gout.
Gout, it's gold or nothing. Absolutely not.
So Lachie Kennedy competed at the World Indoor Championships recently.
Yes.
He got silver in the 60-metre sprint.
Wait, what is the 60-metre sprint?
Oh, it's an indoor event.
Right, okay. It's like a 25-metre pull, is it?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
So it's for the guys who, like, are incredible at starts.
Yes.
Like, you think all 100 metres are.
Okay.
But Usain Bolt, right, would be a little bit slower but run through the end. Whereas there are some guys who just are all explosive. Yeah. And so that gives them an opportunity to kind of win.
I love how you're in the sprinter's mindset.
I'm in the thick of things. I love it. What I'm fascinated by, and I actually think it's great that he got second. I think it's a really good thing, actually.
Yeah, I do. I agree.
Because there's still so much for him.
Well, he's only 17.
He's only 17. What I'm concerned about, as I am also concerned, for one, Lachie Kennedy. Like, he's doing amazing. And, like, he is just completely flying under the radar.
You should have titled this segment Lachie Kennedy.
Yeah, because he did amazing.
And that is the problem.
Correct. That is absolutely the problem. However, coming back to it.
So
there are many problems. But let's look at the bright side. Two bright sides. I actually think Gout is lapping up the attention. I don't think it bothers him too much.
Okay.
At this stage, this is what I'm kind of observing. The second thing, well, I think Lachie Kennedy flying under the radar, he can kind of just go about his business, which is great for him.
Yeah.
Like, he just sticks his head down.
Good times.
Hopefully it doesn't impact him too much. Like, I know it can be kind of annoying when you fly under the radar, because I had that with Jodie Henry. Oh my God. For so long.
How did you make this about you?
Because it's so easy, Georgie. It's just so relatable. The concern is that every event is going to be like this.
From now on.
So that makes me worried. What are your thoughts?
I think he's got an incredible coach and manager who are very aware of all this and have been shielding him from this for as long as possible, but the cat's out of the bag now. And I read an article on the weekend where his coach apparently when he walked into training 15 minutes late, followed by a press pack. She was like, "Who are you, Mr. Hollywood?
Yes.
You're 15 minutes late. Get your backside out here and get training." So I do think that's really important to keep him grounded. I think we all have a responsibility to just let him get on and do his thing and look away for a while.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
I think, yes.
And that includes us. I mean, we've been really excited watching this kid.
Totally.
But it's like there's all of a sudden been this shift, and maybe it's because we're all so excited now about Brisbane 2032 and we can see the timelines just lining up so beautifully, and we all just need to calm down.
Yes, we absolutely all need to calm down. The other bright side, and I am making this about myself again, I just realized. But one of the reasons that I was able to compete at the highest level and be the best version of an athlete that I could be is because I was competing against the best in the world in my own country.
Oh, yeah, and that's incredible.
Like I was racing Jodie Henry, Jessica Schipper, Alice Mills, like Felicity Galvez, all of these incredible women who pushed me to the absolute maximum just to make the Australian team.
Yeah.
So the fact that Gout and Lockie Kennedy have each other, like I think that combination is just
Oh, that's really interesting.
because they're going to be pushing each other every step of the way because they're from the same country. It's not like Noel Lyles from America.
You're saying we're creating like a Jamaican
I hope
running
so.
squad.
That would be incredible.
Like, yeah. I mean, that's such a good point. I hadn't thought about the improvement that comes
with having another person who is on this trajectory with you.
I mean, we've seen it in marathon running. Certainly, it's not that our marathon runners are sort of taking out the top level of marathon.
But the level has been raised.
All of a sudden, you've got this pack of women
like
who are
4
running.
Women. Yeah.
It's actually like 6 women.
Oh, is it?
It's huge.
Wow.
So they're running at this level and they've just taken it up a whole notch. And that, you know, it's been like a rising tide lifting everybody. It's definitely exciting from that perspective. Good point, Trickett.
Thank you. I did make it about myself. But, you know, for good reason.
I mean, you are an Olympian. You are allowed to do it. But it's also my job to remind you. That's all for this week's episode of Sportish.
Is that it? That's it. We're done.
Yeah, we're done. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. Like Libby said, she's going to have a little break and she deserves to because she will have a beautiful little baby.
A little baby.
Anytime soon. And we are all so excited and we will miss you.
I will miss you.
Don't cry. Don't cry.
Chats.
I mean, I'll still be here.
Yeah. Can you still come over though, please? Bring me coffee.
Well, I will be back with some of our special guest hosts over the next couple of weeks and months. We have some amazing hosts that will be helping us out and we can't wait for you to meet them and listen to their perspective because we really are lucky to have such amazing female voices in sport in Australia and we're so lucky that
we can platform them.
Well, are we? We'll see you next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye.